Industrial Revolution, and we have not stopped innovating since. And at this moment, in these difficult times, when everything seems to come down to our election, when people across the nation look at me with fear and despair in their eyes when they ask me, is New Jersey up for this moment?
And then there was my
but he was able to work hard and put himself through college, and he wasn't saddled with debt for 30 years. And then me. When I told my dad, hi Dad. And he didn't know if women could fly in the Navy. But I knew I could do it. I knew I could. Because everything I had heard about this country, from my parents to my teachers to Schoolhouse Rock on Saturday morning cartoons, we were opening up opportunity to everyone. We passed the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, decided Roe versus Wade, and so I attended the Naval Academy and I graduated with the first class of women eligible. To give all of our kids better opportunities. For example, led Dale to work in education to continue that promise of opportunity and how hard he works for his daughter. And at every level, in every generation, this country has offered opportunities that could not have been found anywhere else in the world. Every single person here has a similar story. Whether it was someone in your family who got an opportunity or an opportunity that wasn't available to your parents but was to you. And that promise of opportunity is so iconic that it is known the world over as the American dream. The American dream, that's right. The American dream isn't the promise of a perfect life, but at its best, it's the promise that you get a real and honest shot to get it. So when people ask me, Mikie, why are you running for governor? That's why. I want you to be able to afford to live in New Jersey and build something. I'm fighting for Karina, a single mom here in Newark, who isn't sure if she can afford to stay and raise her son in New Jersey. I'm fighting for Bob, a lot of us. I'm fighting for Bob, a veteran who came in who's worried about his data privacy. I'm fighting for Regina and Trenton, who lost her son Trayvon to gun violence. And I'm fighting for Sabrina in Jersey City, who pays 70% of her income in rent. Can't get it. That's why I'm going to work every day as your governor to make sure you can afford to stay right here. On day one, I'm declaring a state of emergency on utility hikes. These rate hikes to lower your family's bills. New Jersey, I'm not playing. end at the border of New Jersey. We've got to take on all those hits coming from Trump and Washington, D.C. Because right now, the president is running a worldwide extortion racket. You pay more for everything from the coffee you drink in the morning to the groceries you're cooking dinner with at night as Trump pockets billions. And Donald Trump, because he's pissed off that everybody's rightly blaming him for the government shutdown, has frozen the Gateway Tunnel. I mention all this because whether it's Medicaid, the One Big Beautiful Betrayal, or the Gateway Tunnel, guess what? Jack Sherrill is nowhere to be found. Jack has decided, I'm going to defend Trump. He even gives Trump an A. Guess what, guys? I give Trump an F. I'm committed to fighting anyone when it comes to fighting for the people of New Jersey. Jr. and Bill Castro. They passed away not too long ago. I served with both of them. And at Bill's funeral, the priest reminded us that hope has two beautiful daughters, anger and courage. Anger at the way things are, and the courage to fight for change. Erasing funds for programs to help third graders read, address learning loss, or get support for families as we are facing a mental health crisis with our kids. So I'm angry, but I don't feel afraid. I feel nothing but courage. New Jerseyans, you need courage. To deliver for people, for families, to give every kid a shot. ready to.